everyone. In this video, I want to share with you the entire process of how I create a vlog, starting from the preparation, during shooting, and finally editing. I'm going to use my previous video as an example and explain to you how and why I shoot it this way. If you haven't watched the video, please do so before you watch this one. The link is up there. I had to decide which lens to go with my Sony ZVE10, and I figured a zoom lens would be more versatile. This way I don't have to keep changing lenses during shooting, and I only have to bring this one single lens. For this video, I used Sigma 18 to 50mm because this lens is so small and lightweight. Before you go on set to shoot a vlog, it would be better if you plan it first. Of course, you cannot predict what is going to happen, so I don't like to plan every single frame. What I do is to plan the beginning and the ending, and also remember to take a lot of B-roll footages and insert them in the middle of the entire vlog. This will give me a very good start. All I have to do next is to put my stories in between, and then I will have a complete video. For the beginning, I decided to shoot from getting the puppy ready for going out. Some other ideas include taking the key, bringing the bag, or getting into the car, something like this. As for the final scene, I planned to shoot this guy and the puppy moving away from the camera. I think this is a very common kind of ending scene. And if you look at this clip clearly, you will see that not only do they move away from the camera, they are also becoming more and more blurry. This is because I used a very shallow depth of field. And at the end of the video, I think people should be smaller and less clear. So they should either be moving away from you, or your camera should be zooming out so that they will look smaller. I set the camera mode to manual because I want to decide everything by myself, not by the camera. On the day I took this video, it was a sunny afternoon, so it was perfect. I was able to use a very low ISO. I set it to 125. As for shutter speed and aperture, I decided them according to whether I needed a blurry background or not. For example, for this scene, I wanted the flowers to pop out, so I had to use f2.8 and zooming in to 50mm. But if you look at this scene, I want people to know where I am. Everything should be clear, so I used a larger f number. During the entire shooting process, I was using handheld and active steady shot. This camera doesn't have any in-body stabilization, nor does this lens, but luckily the active steady shot worked pretty well, and it is so much more convenient than using catalyst browse because it is faster and I can see whether I'm satisfied with the result or not, and if not, I can just reshoot the video immediately. We have already made a list of what we should shoot during the preparation process. So whatever happens in the middle is the storyline, which is important, but let's not forget that the environment and the setting of your vlog is also crucial. This is why we need to shoot a lot of B-rolls and establishing shots. It can be a close-up like this, or it can be a landscape scene like this. With this kind of footages, the audience can know more about the setting of your video, of where you are, and it can also be used as a transition between different places and different activities. Take a look at these footages. If I simply jump from this clip to this clip, it would be a little confusing because before this scene, we haven't seen anything about the water, but here we are suddenly at the riverbank. So it would be more clear and also more interesting if you add a clip showing the location. This way the clip can act as a transition between the main storylines. Another thing I want you to pay attention to is the movement of your camera. If all your shots are still shots, which means you don't move your camera at all, then I think it's fine. But if you use too many still shots, it can be a little boring. So sometimes you may want to move your camera from left to right, from right to left, or something like that. This is when you have to pay attention to. You see here, I move from left to right. And the next shot, I move the camera in the same direction so that the viewers will feel more comfortable. If the two clips move from different directions, it would be a little bit strange. It's just something very small, but I think it really matters. What I do first when editing a vlog is to arrange the main clips according to how I want the story to go, and then I considered which part needed a transition or more explanation about the location or the environment setting, and then I inserted the B-roll clips accordingly. Now I already have a rough outline of the vlog, so next I would choose the background music. I usually go to YouTube audio library so that I don't have to worry about a copyright issue. Once I have the music, I can trim the footages according to the beat of the song. So now the editing part is over, we can move on to color grading. For color grading, I already have another video for that, so if you're interested, please click the link up there. So this is how I usually shoot a vlog or other kinds of videos. So if you have more questions, please leave a comment to let me know. If you like my videos, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I'll see you next time.